If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
Entering play call screen.
And the Horned Frogs ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Michigan's offense will get the first possession of the game. And when you go to market for a veteran quarterback, you want a guy who can come in, command respect, immediately become the starter, and Jesse, they think they found him.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how he's going to perform today. I know he was really excited about this opportunity, and David, he chose this situation specifically because he believed it gave him the best chance to compete for a national championship and to have an opportunity to play at the next level. Now he's got to go show it, right? We've seen this guy play before. We've seen him have success. This is a big stage for him today.
No doubt, and I think all eyeballs will be on him, right? Even his teammates, they're going to be watching every single move. He was the guy that was talked about to come in, to take over, to lead this team. He's making the money. That's talked about as well. So let's see how he responds, and let's see how he gets his career going in a new spot.
Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start this.
There he goes! The 30, at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, if there is an old warhorse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy, because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
When they try to spin it out to the running back on the perimeter in the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Got his man to the left. Turns on the Jets. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown,
suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball and let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The give to the single back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor.
Oh, he's got just steamrolling the defense. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with second and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's loose down the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. He'll throw it. Snags it over the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
He's got an open man. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter.
Enter. Cover 4 quarters.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here's a heat. Complete downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. While they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Horned Frogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this
touchdown TCU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
He's already busted 150 yards on the ground. Couple of big runs, and he might take aim at the Michigan record set by Ron Johnson of a cool 347 on the ground.
Wow, well, that's aggressive, Reese. That's a little ways down the road, probably, but that just shows you how well they commit to the run game. Year after year, if you're a Michigan Wolverine, you're going to run the football. So, heck, it's no different when you got this guy in the backfield. I'm going to keep feeding him.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And the Wolverines come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. To the ground to try to move the chains. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Looking to throw, it's Gardner. Snagged in the middle, it's Fisher. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the pressure. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ball. How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. With the snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown!
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Entering play call. Y off trick, Y tricks, Y over.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Cover 9 showed you.
The Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
Entering base model screen, you have 5 options.
The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football without.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. Catches it at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it off. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Step you off. Spin jet touch pass.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, out of space. And they will score. Touchdown, Michigan. When that receiver got free, it was
and it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Back to throw, it's Gardner. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times, good things happen. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
There are 17 categories. You have 12 options. Inside zone is selected.
Tries to get it on the ground. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
There are 6 categories.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time, tight game, hoping to get something on the board. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Gardner. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball that was intended to.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets it down at the 23. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them. Guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Let's see what he can do with it. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So here comes the Michigan offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just balling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out, and they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Play call, formation, jet, QB counter.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback keeps it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Inside.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it from there.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Inside zone is selected.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more?
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Entering play call.
And the head head coach is going to keep going for it on fourth down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You'd love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Fisher. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Taylor wants to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
And the Wolverines line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
600s, RPO red bubble, 6, RPO bench HDM duel, red, bench HDM duel.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Caught over the middle, it's James. He will not get there. A stop on third down leaves him with a fourth down from the 18-yard line. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Gardner. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And if this offense wants to get back in this football game, I think they're going to see a lot of this. Defense playing a little bit more zone, conservative, great eyes on the quarterback, breaking on the football, batting the ball down. They're going to force you to throw the football down the field.
Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Just keep slinging it. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Cover 1, Cover 4. Sim pressure 3.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Yes.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Catch in the middle, it's Fisher. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Dropping back, it's Gardner. He's got him. There he goes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the ball's out there after it. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. This field goal would make it a one-possession game, and the crowd trying to get in this guy's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Trips Y over.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Choose a new player. You have choose the formation. There are 8. Normal, power O.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Wing off. Y off. Trips Y over.
And the Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Choose a new player. Choose the formation. There are 8. Trips. 45 quick base.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Outside the pocket, lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity.
Pulls it in down the middle. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are